Like the Mountain Dew and Doritos of the pizza world, they have become a staple of gamer fuel. For years, many people have thought that 2 minutes for 15 rolls was the standard, right? Wrong. Over the past 15 years, a dedicated group of PC gamers with the intent of fueling themselves up as fast as possible have brought the time necessary down significantly. But that's not to say there weren't hurdles to jump in the process. This is the history of the Totino's Pizza Roll Any Percent speedrun. As soon as pizza rolls were released, gamers thought they had hit optimal time right out of the box. Bag. Arranging 15 little pockets in a circle and microwaving for 2 minutes seemed to be the fastest one could acquire the quickest, easiest snack. This was accepted so readily and so wholly by the pizza roll community that there wasn't even a category for it on pizzademosarchive.com. This was until 2009 when a user by the name of Pizzakilla69 proposed the pizza roll speedrun, creating the page and posting a time of 1 minute and 58 seconds. In order to consider a run complete, all rolls needed to be cooked all the way through. No frozens, no lukewarms. All the rolls had to be cooked all the way. Pizzakilla discovered that rather than allow the rolls to become so hot that they melt your mouth, you could actually employ a skip he referred to as the cancel button skip, where all the rolls would be hot enough to eat, but not so hot that they would destroy your mouth and make eating the rest of the rolls with a melted tongue a miserable experience. He continually brought the time down until he reached his peak at 1 minute and 51 seconds, and drawing a lot of attention within the pizza roll community. Only 6 months after creating the category, Pizzakilla posted in the forums in response to the new attention saying, "Hi everyone, I'm glad that I was able to be a part of bringing this community together. But I think it's time for me to retire from pizza roll speedrunning. It's been a great time, and I'm proud of the skips I've managed to pioneer, but I think I've had my limit. And besides, I'm getting a little sick of pizza rolls." Many runners were bringing down their personal best times, but no one was able to eclipse the time set by Pizzakilla, and the community started to get demoralized, no one thinking that a sub 150 would be possible. And again, the optimal time was thought to have been reached only a few months after the speedrun had even been created. That is until February of 2014, when a new speedrunner by the alias Choi Choi discovered a new strategy that would rock the pizza roll runtime. While pizza rolls aren't region locked, the majority of runners were located in the United States, running on American microwaves. But North American region machines came at a disadvantage. American microwaves typically operated at a frequency of 2.45 GHz, but Choi discovered that using a Japanese machine would microwave the rolls at 2.65 GHz, a 0.2 GHz improvement, meaning that the rolls would cook more quickly, and Choi quickly brought the time down to 1 minute 50 seconds flat, and finally, in April, was able to set a time of 1 minute and 48 seconds, reigniting the fervor for pizza roll speedrunning. Over the next few months, when fat, greasy Americans, half melted into their gamer chairs, were able to start importing Japanese microwaves, the time was brought down again and again until in December of the same year, 2014, the record was sitting at 1 minute and 43 seconds, a whole 9-second improvement over the previous limit thought to have been reached. But around this time, something else was brewing. A new user had started to gain some traction in the community, but he would leave a lasting, terrible taste in the mouth of pizza roll runners. The user Walton appeared on the Pizza Demos Archive websites in March of 2016, starting out as a relative newcomer with decent, but frankly not groundbreaking times. They could continually be found on the forums asking advice from more experienced runners, and even, strangely enough, posting unrelated content such as their disdain for the service workers he repeatedly claimed were his underlings. In July of 2016, though, Walton posted a time of 1 minute and 25 seconds, a groundbreaking departure from any other speedruns out at the time. At this time, a sub 140 was thought to be a long ways off, and as a relative newcomer, Walton was met with skepticism and a bit of outrage. Previously, he hadn't posted verification videos of his runs, and since none of them were world record pace, no one had questioned the validity of his runs. And he didn't post a video of his 125 either, so his run was pulled until he could verify such a time was possible. Outraged, R. Walton posted a profanity-laden video walking the audience through the speedrun, and forcing the moderators to assess the rules as they were written. Although not explicitly in the rules, it was commonly accepted that runners would only speedrun Totino's pizza rolls, both for the sake of consistency with other runners, and also because if you're eating anything else, what the hell is wrong with you? In the verification video he posted, however, R. Walton was seen employing a glitch that technically wasn't outlawed under the rules. Instead of using Totino's pizza rolls, R. Walton had used Walmart store brand Great Value Pizza Pocket snack rolls. Such a thing hadn't been considered by the community, and the community was divided over whether to allow such a thing or amend the rules to blatantly include the caveat that had been so well accepted. Arguments began to break out in the forums, many users saying that such a glitch shouldn't be allowed, and everyone who wanted to submit times should be required to do it with Totino's pizza rolls. But other, very vocal members of the community made points about how if one person wants to force themselves to eat an inferior product, they should go right ahead. However, this was quickly met with rebuttals about how in order to stay competitive in the speedrunning community, everyone else would have to start using Walmart brand pizza snack rolls, which are frankly abhorrent to the human palate. That is to say, more abhorrent than the processed cheese and meat found within normal pizza rolls. R. Walton thrust himself into the thick of the argument, repeatedly stating that Great Value pizza snack rolls were, quote, just as good, and if it makes for a faster speedrun, why the hell shouldn't I utilize this glitch? Followed by a suspicious number of comments in agreement, parroting the points made, but not the points being made by the other pizza snack roll defenders. Moderators became suspicious of this multitude of count, one moderator going so far as to post back-end user information, revealing that the vast majority of those accounts had been created on the same day, and had only posted under R. Walton in defense of him. This blatant use of bot accounts on the forums united the community against the pizza snack rolls, and R. Walton was banned from speedrunning pizza rolls. Afterwards, the category was renamed to Totino's Pizza Rolls Glitchless Any %. But runs had once again stagnated. The love of pizza rolls had gone stale and fakely freezer burnt, and the category would go silent for another 3 years, until a new strategy would be devised. In 2019, the user Lizardman began to stream pizza roll speedruns, re-engaging the community somewhat, but not to the levels it had been years before. That was until August, when Lizardman started doing some serious routing on stream and made a huge breakthrough in pizza roll speedrunning. Lizardman had the idea to remove the rotating plate and the agitator fan from his Japanese microwave. This meant that the pizza rolls would remain in a static position, and the microwaves would conform to a constant, unadulterated wavelength that Lizardman then measured using a pair of calipers and chocolate lining a plate at the bottom of the microwave. Using this routing, Lizardman could determine the optimal position of pizza rolls within his microwave, and for runs going forward, he would position them exactly on the areas of greatest intensity within the microwave wavelength. Although initially this brought his speedrun time up, the possibilities of the strategy were recognized by the community, and the time dropped and dropped and dropped until Lizardman reached the thought-to-be impossible time of 1 minute and 29 seconds. What R. Walton had done years prior by cheating, Lizardman accomplished with skill and dedication, and reignited the community for the 3rd time in his tenuous history. While a sub-1 minute run has not yet been achieved, task runners have speculated by using equations about the laws of thermodynamics that the most optimal time, assuming no game-changing improvements to routing and strategy, as well as changes to the laws of physics, a 45-second run should be possible. As a fellow fat, unwashed American with no job and an interest in cheap, nutrition-free fast food, I know for one, I am anxiously awaiting any new developments in the pizza roll speedrun. And while making this video, I've begun speedrunning the pizza roll any % category myself. So where does this run go from here? It's hard to say, but there are some impressive new developments and some young new runners getting involved in the category. And so, like me, you'll have to watch how it plays out.